That's good on this one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I have no problem with pointing out hypocritical behavior in women, but somehow niggas have some kind of brick wall or block where they can't see their own bullshit.
Okay. Chuck C,
What's up, man?
you gave me a few clips, right? But I'm pressed for time. So I think it'll be more expeditious if you explain the hypocrisy in the sigma beta alpha conversation that you witnessed.
Okay.
Can you
So-
recollect it, or do you need the clip to help you recall?
No, I can probably do a quick breakdown because I've seen it last night. So we talked about how the men's automatically saw themselves as alpha and sigmas,
Yes.
and then we break down what alpha is itself, and then the characteristics that we break down, we basically subverted it in the conversation. So for a pinpoint,
You have now, there's almost 460 people. You do SAT words.
oh,
You may have to break them down, right?
okay, gotcha. So just for the beginning, so fantastic. We did a alpha breakdown. You automatically said what an alpha is itself. Then you guys have a basic part where you say, oh, you have an explanation like, yeah, when I get older, we don't care. Every time your demeanor on any type of topic itself, we're automatically always in an argument. So to have to say that I don't care mentality and then come back and say, sorry, if you had to have the I don't care mentality, but then to always rebuttal any type of chat or any type of disagreement is a hypocrisy within itself. But on top of it, it was the hypocrisy that led to the beta conversation. Lamar came up and he had smoke for him and fantastic based on the fact of the response of how they interjected when the beta response was already put forward. And then when Lamar came up itself, we all sit there and said, well, we basically looked at it and said, well, why are you wilding out? And the reason why he was wilding out is not because you guys had something directly to say about his profession, but more so how you portrayed betas itself. So we're automatically jumping from what we say, this is what it is. And then after we go from what it is, we automatically say, nah, that's not, this is how we actually feel about it.
Okay, so but where was the hypocrisy part?
Hypocrisy is to automatically acknowledge something that you automatically got edified. The education you got educated on when you actually read it and gave it to the people. And then when you actually got the information, you still acted unjust towards those things. So the reason why I brought up the example of Fantastic and and the I don't care explanation, he has in that snippet itself, he basically says alphas and sigmas don't care about what goes on in the world itself, and then goes on a diatribe to basically say that, hey, we don't care, we don't, whatever said is said, whatever. But then every time that there is something that is of contention, Fantastic is always the one to say, nah, I'm calling that shit out.
Oh, I see. So wait, did he miss? So did he? Okay, all right. Let me a couple of things. The hypocrite wouldn't Lamar be the hypocrite in that example?
Lamar was a hypocrite for saying that he's intelligent and that he's smart itself, but then when it comes down to it, comes to dumb conversations, and then on top of it, had belittles people just to get his point across.
Well, that part, and also he was doing a lot of windmilling for betas because his profession was in there, and then when it's all said and done, he made sure to label himself as an alpha.
Correct.
Now is Mr. Fantastic being hypocritical, or is he misdefining himself? Because if you're saying that he's saying, I don't know if Mr. Fantastic said he's a sigma. I think I said, I don't know if he agreed, but if he did say he's a sigma, but then engages in everything that I don't know if it bothers him, but he takes exception with, does that just not make him a sigma, or that makes him a hypocrite?
It makes him a hypocrite to automatically state one thing earlier and then do the opposite. His whole nature is automatically to be combative.
Oh, so his conduct
Right.
doesn't back up his words, which makes him hypocritical. I see. Okay.
Yeah, so no, I'm here. So let me address this. So first and foremost, no, again, brother, it's plenty of things where I can say I do not care about. But if I'm here on the panel to have a discussion, even with things I may not agree with, even with things that make absolutely no sense to me, it's not me caring. It's me being in the art of a debate and then fitting the role of, like as Hemp said, competition and trying to prove that my point is more superior than the other. So you're conflating two separate things, and you're trying to discount the alpha sigma aspect of it as, you know, competition. My shit's better than your shit, so on and so forth, simply because I'm challenging it. I can't be eliminated or told to be. So how do I? So if something's being said that's stupid, right? You said yourself. You said something about stupidity, and I sit back and I just don't say anything, right? What I mean, you know, how do I then establish myself as, like, you know what I'm saying, the person that has the right answer or the better answer in future conversations?
By stating the point. See, if somebody says something stupid, fantastic, and so you can disregard it by automatically showing them the path of what is actually right, and then you can also back it up through the edification of how you learned it.
Yeah, but you just said I did that, and you said that was me being a hypocrite for doing that.
No, you're being a hypocrite for basically toting one thing. You literally had a statement itself. So, Hamp, if you go to that breakdown, I think we might not be able to. I know you say you're short on time, but that marker was at the 118 on that first show, and your explanation was automatically, yeah, when you get to a certain age, I don't care about how people do a certain thing. But then every time that there is something that goes on, you're in the chat saying that I have to rebuttal that. When it comes to any time that somebody might say something slick, I gotta rebuttal it. If it really is I don't care mentality, and you are within that archetype of that dynamic, it wouldn't even be something of a discussion. You just automatically just let it flow off.
No, because then you have a competitive nature at the same time. So basically, you're saying that someone comes up to me and fucking either, I guess, like, not, I won't say something serious like physical, whatever, right? But if someone comes up and says, "Oh, bitch ass nigga," I'm just supposed to be quiet and walk off?
No, because
so how not? So hold on, wait. So do you see the flaw in whatever your assessment is? Because again, you're misdefining I don't care. When I say I don't care, that means about most people's fucking opinion, the point of view of things are pretty much like what they think about me. Okay, more so what they think about what I'm doing and the way I'm approaching that shit. It's on the source that I say I don't care. Okay, I really don't care about, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that I don't know, don't have attachment to in the first place. But then on the other side of that, you have a competitive nature or something that you claim to be, or portray yourself to be, a subject matter expert in. I mean, people do that shit all the time. So that's why I'm confused. Because there's nothing hypocritical about me. Again, this is YouTube in itself, especially this sector, is a debate platform, bro. It's an unofficial debate platform. So anytime I talk about something, even if I'm not talking over on Hampton, I'm talking about my own shit, I'm giving my breakdown and my understanding of my opinion on what something may be. So do I truly care about that? No, I don't give a fuck about Cam Newton fucking all these hoes and getting them pregnant. No, but for content purposes, I have to cover it so I can get the point out of what I'm trying to make about, you know what I'm saying, whatever the dynamic may be. So that's what I'm saying. You just not adding up, fam. This is a platform. So if we're on a platform, and the platform, Hamp's whole thing is like you say, hey, me, him, Aaron disagree. I can't just go, I don't give a fuck. Next question or next topic. That would take away from the whole entire purpose of the platform.
Well, it's not that it takes away from the purpose of the platform. You see, you went from, I want to make sure that I educate and let people know that I'm debating or holding a standard for a specific topic. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Debate.
So So right. So if you're automatically holding that standard of debate for this specific topic itself, and then it's something you don't care about. Sorry. If it's something that you don't care about particularly, then the whole purpose is not about edification. It's about showmanship. So
No,
that's your
that's not
conflation.
true at all. No, that's not true at all, brother. I don't. Let me see. I gotta give you an example of something I don't care about. I don't know. It's a lot of things in life I don't care about, right? Say, but I used to be an instructor, right? It's a lot of, no, I was an actual instructor when I was in the Navy, right? And there was certain shit that where it made absolutely no sense to teach. It was purposeless or whatever. It actually had no motherfucking like application in the fleet for whatever reason. But you know what I had to do? I still had to talk about it, even though I know for a fact that it was outdated and it was no longer valid, so on and so forth. I still had to talk about the shit. Okay. Or some shit to where, you know what I'm saying, they say it one way and it's the other way, but I have to do it the way that it's being done. So no, you're still conflating two different things. I cannot care about something and talk about it. And me talking about it just to edify people, that those two things are not mutually exclusive. I cannot give a fuck about something.
Come on. Mr. Fantastic. All right. So I think the one example, mine this out for me. God damn, you long-winded. What about when you be looking in the chat and going for broke in the chat? I think that's the one point I do want to understand. Why you be going so hard against motherfuckers in the chat? That part. I think it's one point he made. Go ahead.
My competitive nature, my superiority in motherfucking roasting skills, and people that talk shit from the chat, and they stay in the chat on purpose because they ever got on this panel, I motherfucking make them cry. And they might have to call the suicide hotline. So again, I do have a personality within, you know what I'm saying, a personality type. Everything is not cut and dry, as to say, like you said, every alpha is going to at some point in time portray beta tendencies, right? At some point in time. So to say like if you're a sigma alpha, so on and so forth, you can never ever, and especially like I say, that still lines up. The alpha niggas, the sigma niggas, bro, we all about the smoke. We want all the smoke. So if you challenging me, you throwing motherfucking rocks, don't hide your hand. So I'm throwing a motherfucking boulder back. That's in tune and in line with sigma alpha personality type.
Is that
There's
goes
more
with what
to
you
sigma than that. And honestly,
Fantastic.
you're not a
Fantastic.
sigma.
I want to ask you something.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. God damn.
I gotta ask him. I've been wanting to ask him.
All right, go ahead. Then I want to hear Dre's breakdown.
Fantastic. There are nobody. I mean, nobody in this world that wake up in the morning stretching and shit, thinking about threatening a 6'5", 300 and something pound man, bro.
Why 300 pounds?
There's nobody, bro. He wakes up in the morning thinking about fighting your big ass. I swear to God, look, I got two little brothers, and they're both your height. And one of them's 270 though. But nobody's waking up just thinking about, man, I'm ready. Fuck one of these dudes. They not doing that, bro. Like, they not. I just don't understand why you come with that point so much, bro. Nobody's waking up thinking about talking shit to you, bro. I'm sorry.
But talking shit and fighting is two things, Mr. Williams. So again, a lot of people, nobody wants physical smoke with me, but everybody wants to test their wit and, you know, test their humor and whatever. And just, you know, I'm the bad guy, man. So again, as the bad guy, you accept the bad guy role and you play the villain, man. So again, you know, this is fun for me. Fun, man.
This goes against I don't care.
That nigga care like a motherfucker.
No, I don't. No. Actually, no. Y'all, hold up. Y'all say all the time. Listen. So which is it? Y'all say all the time. I do not give a fuck about none of these hoes feeling, none of these niggas feeling. I do not care. I do not care. Listen, it is my goal to have you mad enough at me in real life over some shit I say on the internet to where you see me, you want to do something to me. So yeah, I don't care.
That was funny though. Go ahead, Jay.
I don't think he's a sigma.
Why?
Brother.
Fantastic. You care a lot about a lot of things, and I don't think you're a minimalist either. Sigmas also don't care about being fashionable or what society expects them to care about.
Oh, he don't care about being fashionable, Jay. That nigga dressed like a Power Ranger.
So you don't care about any
hold on, wait, whoa. Now I know the motherfucking Hebrew Israelite ain't calling nobody no Power Ranger, nigga. Oh, Mortal Kombat ass nigga. See this shit right here? A Hebrew Israelite calling nobody a Power Ranger?
Oh,
that's
man,
wrong.
that nigga.
Get out of here, nigga. Get out of here, nigga. Stop.
We going. Boxy, what's up? That nigga, we going out. I'm Googling shit to see if tie-dye came back in. I'm like, oh, it must be. I must have missed. Nah, it just missed fantastic.
I'm about comfort, nigga. But no, actually, Jalen, I'm a super minimalist. I don't. Jalen, like I said, for me, my motherfucking house ain't never gonna look like the fucking scene from Belly. I got a couch, I got a bed, I got basic furniture, a TV. That's it. So, and again, for me, even when you say like the fashionable shit, I'm not doing Gucci this, Louis this, all this other shit. I'm just a simple dude. I'm like you said, hooping shorts, a fresh pair of shoes, and a t-shirt, a string tee. So yeah, no, none of the stuff you talk. I guess like people won't consider that fashion. Say again.
Would you describe yourself as modest?
Modest as far as what?
He's reserved. He's not modest. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't say shit until I'm challenged. I don't go around saying I did some that. Like y'all love putting that shit on me, but bro, listen, I've never talked about anything I had until a nigga try to bring it up or try to, you know what I'm saying, challenge it. So that's what everybody loves to put me in that, you know, I guess in that thing where like I'm just around here bragging about shit. You'll never see me bragging about a damn thing until a nigga claim that he got more than me or what I don't got.
Yeah, he definitely, he definitely ain't best dressed. That's for damn. That's one point I will fight against.
Bullshit. This nigga Ham had a Mr. T fucking mohawk, man. Get him out of here. This nigga, y'all you be getting all them compliments of your haircut for a reason, nigga. Yeah, nigga, listen, hey, we can do this roasting shit. Hey, you not listen, hey, I love it.
You know, in that case,
I pity the fool, nigga. I pity the fool. Get him out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
Delta more than a sigma. I would consider you.
What do you consider?
Jalen, that's your opinion, love. And like I said, you know, again, the women that are, you know what I'm saying, happily up under me and looking up to me might say a lot different. So
yeah, that's not being humble. But
what did you name him as? Alpha?
Delta.
A Delta. Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's me. I'm a Delta and a Zeta. No, I don't see fantastic as that. I'm a Delta and a Zeta. I have leadership qualities of an Alpha though, and a temperament like an Alpha. But I'm a Delta and a Zeta.
You everything, Mr. Williams? How the fuck you everything?
No, I'm just a Delta and a Zeta because with the Zeta part, I'm very gifted with everything, with instruments and all of that, just entertainment. But Delta is pretty much my lifestyle.
Hold on, Mr. Williams. Donald Trump came to ask me a question. Mr. Trump, listen, bro. Per the Bible, I can't vote for you, man. I'm sorry.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Donate to the channel, though, motherfucker. Damn, man. All right, so Chuck C gave. Now, anything else in that clip?
Also in that clip, that's where Aaron was also agreeing itself, and then he had give me a second. Do I have that here? I think it was a conflation, either a conflation, because he gave us an anecdotal story about his childhood history, and then he was saying that, oh, I still don't care itself. It was. Oh, he was saying that he was a Omega. He was saying he was an Omega. He was Omega as a child, and by being an Omega as a child, he didn't care about the men that was around him per se. But then he says, "Oh, I still don't care." So what changed from you being an Omega then and an Omega now? Because he was particularly talking about how he felt under the Sigma branch as well. The reason I think I brought that one up particularly is that I was one way as a child. I went through certain training, and now I'm different because of that training, and because I went through that training, I see myself as this.
Aaron, did you pick that up?
I don't know what he's talking about.
So that should fall within the same clip for Fantastic itself that you have propped up here. And then I'll have that here. I think I did send you.
This is timestamp 118, or you want to go back to 44?
Excuse me, 118, 118.31.
You gotta get out of here, Sherelle. Go ahead.
118.31, right?
What? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on, man. Read the super chat. Hopefully, I'm
Apathy Arena.
drop the link. Came up, but they don't care.
Shout out to you. Shout out to me, man. I think that's something that you come to learn with time and with age, right? Some people achieve it, and I told you, bro, learning how to say fuck it, bro, is the most like liberating thing in life. Fuck that shit. Not just be completely totally reckless and purposely go out to harm people around you, but if and when something is done, it can't be undone. Apologize if it needs to be apologized for, and move forward. You're not gonna hold that shit on my head for life. And like you said, hey, in order to motherfucker make an omelet, you got to break some eggs, and that's the entrepreneurial spirit and the person that's striving to be extremely dare to be great. It's the reason why I say dare to be great. You're going to have to do the things that other people think you can't not do, and you have to have that level. I don't give a fuck what you think. I got this. So that part of it, I think very, very few men, hold that trait, that attribute. But then too, I agree with you, Ham. That goes back to more of an alpha thing, right? But now you get to couch it under the sigma because you're lacking all of the, the outside confirmation.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Now you can couch it there because ain't nobody telling you, but this how you feel. So boom,
So from that interjection itself, Aaron's anecdotal story about him being a kid and getting bullied or what have you, and he felt he was an omega itself because he made sure that he worried about the work of the thing instead of actually the interaction itself, and then going from that to, oh, I don't care, the omega doesn't care. I went through something else, but now I'm a sigma and I still don't care. Then where was the change? Particularly, that's hypocritical to automatically say that an omega and a sigma particularly shares the same trait of I don't care, when the sigma seems themselves over that omega.
Neither care about public opinion of them. I don't understand what you're saying. The trait is shared.
So the trait, that's what we're saying. You automatically stated that you automatically agree with Fantastic's point that it's within these two archetypes, and then automatically state that, oh, this archetype also has it as well, which it wasn't listed for all three archetypes.
Somewhere in that whole show, I definitely said traits can be shared.
Oh, I understand that traits can be shared, but you automatically, I made it definitive on two archetypes, and then automatically said that the other archetype doesn't have it.
What?
Am I saying something that you're not catching? I'm saying particularly, you're saying that these two archetypes have it. They're boldly in it, have it, and then the other one does not have it.
When did I say that?
That was reiterated through what Fantastic particularly said about the archetype of not caring.
Well, you got to talk to Fantastic about that, not me.
Okay. Because the reason why I personally played that clip, because you was in total agreement with what he was saying throughout the whole piece.
Either I've lost the plot or your issue was with Fantastic, not me. I don't understand.
He's saying you're implicated because your body language of the nod is, I guess, is seemingly concurring with what Fantastic is saying as he's talking.
But can you play it again?
couch it under the sigma because you had that eggs and that shit is right. Some people achieve it, and I told you, you come to learn with time. Shout out to you, shout out to me, man. I think that's something that you come to learn with time and with age, right? Some people achieve it, and I told you, bro, learning how to say fuck it, bro, is the most like liberating thing in life. Fuck that shit. Not just be completely, totally reckless and purposely go out to harm people around you, but if and when something is done, it can't be undone. Apologize if it needs to be apologized for, and move forward. You're not gonna hold that shit on my head for life. And like you said, hey, in order to motherfucking make an omelet, you got to break some eggs, and that's the entrepreneurial spirit and the person that's striving to be extremely dare to be great. It's the reason why I say dare to be great. You're gonna have to do the things that other people think you can't not do, and you have to have that level. I don't give a fuck what you think. I got this. So that part of it, I think very, very few men, hold that trait, that attribute. But then too, I agree with you, Ham. That goes back to more of an alpha thing, right? But now you get to couch it under the sigma because you're lacking all of the, the outside confirmation.
Yeah.
Two things can be true at the same time. You can be born not giving a fuck, and you can learn to not give a fuck.
So
but those are two different people. Those are different types of people, though.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But you automatically go ahead.
Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's what my argument was. Particularly, you stated that Omegas could have that trait of not giving a fuck. What you said is what you started off with, and then when Fantastic went on his soliloquy about not caring itself, those are the two things. Those are the only two archetypes that you guys were automatically saying it because you said it was very rare, and as I say, you guys were both in agreement and lockstep.
No, I didn't say those are the only two type. I'm just saying I agreed when he said you can learn to not give a shit.
Okay. All right. If I'm reading it wrong itself, what it was projected as came out for the hypocrisy, because that's how I looked at it when I went back to the playback and said you can't automatically state that these two archetypes are rare and you guys fit within those archetypes, and then say that I already had those characteristics from another archetype that you guys said that didn't have that archetype. That's not portion of it. It wasn't written within the definition, and on top of it, because it wasn't written in the definition, you guys projected it onto it.
Either I'm a dunce or you're not. Where are we at? I mean, I don't. What?
The reason why I brought it up, Aaron, I stated it as a hypocrisy because we're automatically saying something, we're agreeing with something at one portion of a broadcast, and then we'll go in and give something else that contradicts it. And then off that contradiction, people take that information and they go with it. That they're always the exception.
I need help, Pam. What is he saying?
So what I hear is how do I say it? So Chuck, say the last part again.
The last part is we're going into a broadcast. People are taking that information itself, and we're projecting the exception as all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was where I ended at.
What was the first part?
The first part is that we're edifying ourselves with information itself, and then we're adjusting it to our own experiences.
And then where's the hypocrite?
The hypocritical part about it is that we read something, we state it as one thing, and then we go and manipulate it down the line to fit our anecdotal story.
Okay, damn. But the hypocrite part,
the hypocrisy is because we take information and then we're trying to conflate an action to fit it when it doesn't work. So that's the reason why I brought up the alpha and sigma example of not caring, and then automatically stating that the omega portion doesn't care. So if you never care
Wait,
throughout the
alphas
whole
care. Alphas care. You can't say alphas and sigmas don't care. Alphas
well,
care.
well, Aaron, that was the whole purpose of me showing the clip. You guys, that was the point that you guys made, that alphas and sigmas don't care.
No, I didn't say alphas don't care.
I
never
see.
said that.
That's why we can't pick it up, because they didn't say the alphas don't care. Aaron was more lending himself to sigma and omega for various different reasons. So he didn't say the alpha part. Now, when we were
Aaron didn't say anything. Remember, that was fantastic. I was particularly talking about Aaron was the one that was going with everything that he was saying from the body language.
Yeah.
Everything? Well, you would have to play back again and look at what he was saying and what my body language is in response to.
Yeah.
It is into learning how to not care.
Yeah, the sigma doesn't. I think the sigma innately doesn't care. I think omegas are beaten into not caring. But even that wouldn't be a hypocritical statement necessarily.
But the hypocritical statement was, remember, it started off, it's in a specific archetype. The archetypes that they mentioned were the two archetypes that they mentioned. That was it.
They
so was it?
They mentioned who's they.
Sorry. What? Fantastic is the only one talking in the clip. The whole thing about
them, not
right.
me.
That's why I particularly brought it up to Fantastic about it was BS to begin with. But like I said, Aaron, your body language throughout the whole thing, instead of going in and saying, hey, we need to make a correction here, that doesn't work for any type of archetype, we let it lay. And by letting it lay itself and by having those body types that look like of agreement itself, people take that information. And then after they take that information, they look at it, oh, I can always be the exception because, like I said before, you guys stated as alpha and sigma that don't care, and then ran to, oh, no, omegas don't care either. When automatically you made the statement early in the broadcast to say that it's only in these two archetypes and it's in a small amount of people.
You can't dictate what corrections I make. And then on top of that, my body language, I noticed, piped up when he said one can learn how to not give a fuck. And that's when I shook my head.
Okay. If that's how you see it, Aaron, I don't want to argue the point to belabor itself. I'm just automatically showing you why I looked at it as hypocritical.
Play the clip again. I mean, how you see it and how I see it. I mean, there is an objective reality. We should play the clip again and look at the objective reality.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the key is, and a lot of it is the things that we'll discuss. So when I got that clip in terms of hypocrisy, perhaps from us all, is we say 5% are alphas, and then we allowed everybody to come up there and say they was alpha because they clicked the link for a panel. Or sigmas are less than 1%. Yet everybody on the panel was a sigma. It's like we came up with a percentage and then everybody came up and blew that percentage out of the water. And we just like, oh, okay, I can see. I think that's just, I don't know if it's hypocritical because I didn't tell EBD to come up there and say he was a sigma. But the fact that everybody's a sigma or an alpha, motherfuckers is just lying. And we let them do it, which I guess is hypocritical.